Even before our early ancestors discovered fire and its many uses, belief in the spirit world existed. We know this due to the way they ceremonially prepared their dead for the next life. The belief in something beyond the material is common to every indigenous society, culture, and tradition in human history. Such beliefs have appeared throughout history in forms such as ghosts, nature spirits, mythical creatures, deceased ancestors, and all manner of gods and demigods. But 4,000 years ago in Palestine, a theological leap of seismic proportions was made that forever transformed the landscape of human religion. A man called Abram had an encounter that led him to champion the idea of the absolute oneness of God, a supreme creator of the heavens and the earth. This began the Jewish worship of Yahweh, and monotheism, the belief in one universal God, entered history. Abram came to be known as Abraham, and his powerful vision of a single, personal, universal God is the source of many of the world's great religions, including Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Sikhism, the Baha'i Faith, the Rastafarian movement, and many others. Today, monotheism is the foundation of faith for more than half the world's population. In India and the East, the focus of religion has been more inward than upward, as mystics explored their personal connection to the universe, endeavored to overcome base human desires, and to journey ever deeper into truth. Dharma. Dharmic religions are as diverse as their Western monotheistic cousins. Theravada Buddhism, largely considered non-theistic, places supreme value on the universal law, Dhamma, while others, such as Mahayana Buddhism, embrace a variety of personal deity concepts. Hinduism itself reveres the supreme Brahman, an understanding of absolute reality with both personal and non-personal aspects. In spite of its many gods, some religious thinkers see the Hindu understanding of Brahman as monotheistic. Since that distant ancestor first yearned for some unseen help with the hunt, the human race has been on an epic journey in its understanding of God. The diversity of God concepts are certainly rich in variety. There are as many ways of understanding God as there are those who think about God, and yet, regardless of the approach, be it personal, non-personal, monotheistic, pantheistic, or non-theistic, the search for connection to a higher truth is common to most people, all tribes, and every culture, be it ancient or modern. These days, many people say they are not religious, even though they believe in God. Social researchers call this fast-growing group unattached believers. Others don't like the word God, perhaps because of some unfortunate images put forth by institutional religion. No one more badly needs a PR firm than God. Many say they believe in something, but don't know exactly what, who, or how to name it. Some call it the universe, others source. As a group, we're going to call them the somethingists. Some folks don't give much thought to bigger questions of meaning and truth, but could be inspired by new ways of thinking and up-to-date ideas about God. Ideas more in harmony with advancing scientific knowledge and concepts of God that make sense. Many have grown up in a bubble of secular materialism with no concept of God at all, either for or against. Among this large modern group, these children of the Enlightenment are the inquisitive and open-minded types that we called the God-curious. In adding these groups together with people of professed faith, we have an overwhelming number of folks on this planet who could potentially be drawn into the conversation about the idea of one universal God, transcending all culture, race, philosophy, and even religion. We believe that celebrating this profound connection to a common origin has great spiritual potential to unite, as we celebrate the diversity of ways in which our beautiful, colorful human family understands and connects to God. As with anything worthwhile, there are a few small challenges to overcome. Some are convinced that their particular view of God is the truth, and all those who do not conform to their vision are either doomed or the enemy. As we know all too well, sometimes religious fanatics resort to violence or intimidation to make their point. There is no fun in any fundamentalism, be it Christian, Muslim, Hindu, or any other kind. It clouds the hearts and minds of those under its sway, and it poses a real threat to peace in today's world. At the other end of the scale is the peculiarly modern idea that truth is entirely relative and exists only in the experience of the individual, that somehow everyone's truth must be equally valid. Like printing your own money, this devalues the currency of truth until it becomes worthless. This is relativism. Wanting everything to be equally true is actually meaningless. We aim to meet these challenges by giving more power to the forces of good faith and encouraging people to accept that our own ideas about God are not equal to the reality of God, to be open to different viewpoints about God and explore new ideas, to accept that all human viewpoints are incomplete at best, to see that how we worship God is less important than the awesome truth that each believer is worshiping the one God in their own way, and so to realize that the universal, eternal God is bigger than any perspective, any theology, any religion, even yours, even mine. We want to focus on what unites us and what makes all of humanity one family, truly brothers and sisters. This is what OneGod.com is all about. It is a platform where people can meet the challenges of fundamentalism, relativism, and the dominance of secular materialism by promoting unity between many various groups of believers in God, while including those individuals who are open to God. OneGod.com will explore issues related to personal spirituality, encourage interfaith dialogue and cultural exchange, provide examples of faith in action, offer artistic and musical expressions, encourage forward thinking about God, examine matters of science and religion, and discuss the ethical and philosophical implications of sharing a universal spiritual heritage. Why not help make it possible? No matter how you participate, we welcome you with open arms. We believe in one God, many prophets, one truth, many philosophies, one family, many tribes. Let's work together to unite the tribes. One family, on one earth, under one God.